The Yoshi games have been a Nintendo fan favorite since 1995 with the release of Yoshi's Island on the Super Nintendo. The Yoshi games are cute and full of creative, fun platforming, though the series has not done well in the last couple of years. Last game, Yoshi's New Island, received mediocre reviews. The question is though, does the newest entry in the franchise, Yoshi's Woolly World, deliver the great gameplay from the originals? The simple answer is yes, and it goes even beyond. Let's start off with presentation. The game has a wool aesthetic, and wow, it is simply stunning at times. So many times I said to myself, holy crap, and set down the controller in awe. Every little area has something creative and cool. The wool also sticks out of the objects just like they would in real life. It is beyond clear the amount of time and effort that was put in Yoshi Woolly World's visuals. The game also runs at a buttery smooth 60 FPS on top of all of this. Frankly, I can't say anything wrong about the visuals as the game just oozes charm. On top of the outstanding visuals, the soundtrack is amazing. I have not been too impressed with a lot of soundtracks as of late, but Yoshi's Woolly World has the classic Yoshi feel with a bunch of unique and upbeat tunes. Heck, I'm listening to the OST while making this video. The thing is though that most are not a tune that will get stuck in your head, but it's really fitting to the level. I don't think people realize the impact that music can have on parts of games. For example, imagine taking on the final boss of a game and all you hear is Mozart. That will have an impact on the boss fight and how you feel towards it. Woolly World's OST sounds fitting for every level that it's in. God, I love the soundtrack. Now onto the controls. The game controls like a charm. At the moment I've only tried the gamepad and Pro Controller controls, but I can assure you that both work great. Woolly World also gives you many options for controls, which is a welcome feature. I'm not a fan of playing platformers on analog sticks as I like D-pads better, so naturally I'm very happy I can do this unlike another Nintendo platformer. Chibi Robo Sit Blast. Also, aiming the yarn balls are really well done. I never felt like I got hit or died thanks to the controls, which is a good thing. Also, the flutter jump that Yoshi can use feels really nice as you have a lot more precision where you will land. Overall, the controls are really well done. Now onto the most important thing, the gameplay. Yoshi's Woolly World is a really refreshing platformer. Each level is really well designed, as previously mentioned, the controls are really well done. Your goal is to get to the end of the stage like any other platformer, but what sticks out in this game is the amount of collectibles. In each stage you have 4 goals: beat it with full health, collect all the flowers, yarn, and stamp jewels. This makes you explore each section of the level, and most of the time you will still miss stuff. It's amazing how well hidden some of these items are. If you collect all the yarn, a yarn Yoshi appears that you can use as a skin. While most of these are not that good looking, some are cool. If you collect all the flowers in the world, you can play through a bonus stage. This gives you tons of motivation to try to collect everything. Completionists be warned, this is not an easy one. To add to Yoshi Woolly World's great design, Yoshi transformations are back. From being an umbrella to being a motorcycle, these are fun and that a great challenge to try to collect everything. They also control great on top of this. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with the transformations. Good job, Nintendo. Amiibo are also supported in this game. You can scan Amiibo to unlock skins for Yoshis. Most of these look awesome, but my favorite at the moment is Olimar Yoshi. It's just so freaking adorable. This is a great example of how Amiibo should be done in games, to unlock bonus content, unlike Mario Party 10 and Amiibo Festival. The final thing I want to touch upon are the 2 gripes I have with this game. The first, while a bit of a nitpick, is the overworld. The frame rate in this is just terrible. I noticed this in a few Nintendo games as of late, including Splatoon. I don't really know what the reason is, but it did annoy me a bit. This could also be really noticeable for me as I do most of my gaming on PC, which runs at 60 FPS. Anyway, on to the second issue I had. The boss fights in this game are just not that good. Most of them do the same thing. Wait for them to attack and use your tongue to grab a weak spot. I felt like I was fighting the same boss over and over again with a bit of variation. I would have loved that there was a boss fight or two with the Yoshi transformations, such as riding up the body of a gigantic enemy with a motorcycle. This would have been fun in the original. Instead, they went for uninspired boss fights. I want to make clear that none of these were actually terrible, they just weren't anything special. In conclusion, Yoshi's Woolly World is a great platformer. Honestly, it's one of my favorite on the Wii U. While it's no Shovel Knight, it's miles above New Super Mario Bros. U, and dare I say, better than Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. It's a great entry into the Yoshi franchise, and if it wasn't for the boss fights in Overworld, I would have gave this game a 9. But with those issues, it's an 8.5 from me. Good job, Nintendo, with yet another example to prove that you are the king of platformers. Hey everybody, thanks for watching my video, it means a lot. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe, and feel free to check out my previous reviews and videos and all that other junk I do. So thank you guys very much for watching, I'll see you guys later, peace!